Hello world, my name is Anson and welcome to another edition of the Ghouls and Games vlog. What we're going to cover on this episode is a couple of tips on how to make your home a safe haven in the event of an outbreak. So stay tuned. Now, most people, when an outbreak occurs, they think, I'm gonna go to my mountain house, I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna go, out of wherever the outbreak is spreading. But the problem with that is that everyone has that idea. And so that first initial wave is going to be everyone trying to get out of the city or get out of the town. And because of that, traffic is going to be super congested. All the roads are going to be blocked off. And so you're not going to be able to get out. You're just going to get stuck and most likely become prey for the undead. So what do? Well, today I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to make your home a safe haven so you potentially can survive the first wave of the outbreak before going on the run with a less congested highway. My first point is going to be a little bit more of a well thought out preparation. You're going to want to reinforce your home so that it can withstand a whole bunch of pressure coming from the outside. There are some Midwest families that on their homes, they reinforce their windows and they reinforce their doors so that they're a little bit more prepared for tornadoes when they occur. And you want to take that same approach with an outbreak preparation. Make sure your doors and your windows are reinforced so that when the zombies come, the glass is not breaking, the windows aren't caving in, the doors won't be able to stay on their hinges. So you want to make sure that they have that reinforcement. Think about it this way. If you have a horde of zombies coming to your home, they're all going to be rushing you. It could be anywhere between 5, 20, 50, however many, but you want to make sure as much as you can that your home can withstand that kind of pressure from outside elements. Another thing that you may want to do for preparation is any type of outer barrier. Something to look into is potentially maybe a chain link fence around your home. Wood fences are great for aesthetic, but they're going to cave very quickly in the event that there is a horde of zombies coming onto your property. That's not going to take too long for them to break that down. But a chain link fence would be a little bit harder. Now, I do realize that you're not going to be able to necessarily make it look like you own a freaking penitentiary in the middle of your neighborhood. That may go against your HOA, but making it higher the better. 6 feet's a little low, but if you can make it 8 feet or somewhere around there, because as zombies start coming towards the fence and they start piling up, they kind of by nature kind of create this little ramp up as they're trying to climb over each other. So you don't want a small fence because it's going to take very little time for them to kind of get over the fence and start coming after your home. So just being prepared, making sure your windows and doors are reinforced, making sure that your outer barrier is tall enough and strong enough to withstand a horde of zombies. My second point, find a high point in your home. If you have a 2-story home or if you live in a top floor apartment, that's great because you already kind of have a barrier between yourself and any kind of onslaught of zombies when an outbreak does happen. Think about it this way. When you hear that an outbreak is starting, what you wouldn't want to do is if you live in a 2-story home or a top floor apartment, you want to make sure all your supplies are with you in the top floor. And then what you're going to do, you're going to fill up your bathtub. So that you have a reservoir of water so that you can use it for hygiene as well as hydration. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your stairwell and you're going to find a large heavy object, maybe a sledgehammer or something like that. You're going to break that staircase. And why are you going to do that? You're going to do that because if there's no stairs between you and the horde of zombies, then they're not going to be able to get to you as easily. I will give a quick PSA, and that is do not use fire to get rid of your staircase. What is most likely going to happen if you set fire ladder to your staircase is you're no longer going to have a safe haven, period. Don't be a dummy, don't use fire. So when the outbreak does occur, you're going to go to your second floor or stay in your second floor apartment, third floor apartment. If you're in an apartment, you may want to make sure that your neighbors are up there with you before you break your staircase. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fill up your bathtub so that you have your reservoir of water. You're gonna make sure all that your supplies are with you, and then you're gonna break that staircase so that it's a little bit more of a distance between you and the zombies. But what happens if you're in a one-story home? Well, hopefully your one-story home has an attic. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that same approach. You're gonna get all of your supplies up in the attic with you, your water, your food, your weaponry, whatever it may be, medicine. You're gonna get all that up there with you, and then you're gonna retract your stairs. And again, this is gonna help you keep some distance away from you and the zombies. Two-story home or multi-story apartment, get to the top, break the stairwell, and make sure all your supplies are up there with you before you do so. One-story home, go to the attic, make sure all your supplies are there with you as well, and then retract your ladder. If you don't have an attic, go to the roof. If you go to the roof, you wanna make sure you take something with you that will give you shade. Otherwise, you're going to not stay on that roof for very long, especially in the daytime, because you're gonna get dehydrated, you're gonna get a lot of sun exposure and potentially get sick. So if you're on the roof, make sure you have some type of shade, and then hopefully that will help you get through the first wave of the outbreak. When things kind of pan out, you can start going on the run and start that phase. And my last tip for preparing your home for an outbreak scenario is a way to create subtlety in staying under the radar as far as zombies, as well as potentially people you don't want to know that you are in your home. So a couple ways to do that is going to be potentially putting up blackout curtains, or also having access to mattresses or cushions. And why do I say those two things? You know, you put up blackout curtains to make sure the sun does not come into your home for whatever reason, maybe to save on energy or to not disrupt your sleep in the morning time. The same can be applied for letting light out of your home. So in the nighttime, maybe you're trying to make weapons or get your supplies ready for the next day, whatever it may be, you want to make sure that those blackout curtains are there, because if zombies know that you're there, they're going to try to come into your home and hang out with you on a Friday night. So you don't want that. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to try to mute your noises coming from your home. Potentially, if you're working in a room, maybe you're moving around a lot, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take mattresses or cushions and put them against the wall so it can mute the noise that you're making, so that that doesn't also indicate to the zombies or the outside world that you're there. You know, when everything happens, the same rules apply, whether you're in your home during the first wave of the outbreak or whether you're on the run. Subtlety and being discreet is what you really want to aim for. You want to go for a low profile. You don't want to tell everyone where you are, because ultimately, whether it's zombies or potentially people that want to harm you, you don't want to give up your location. So this is a couple ways to help you keep your home in a low profile so that zombies don't know that you're there and try to charge your home. So these are a couple tips to kind of help your home be prepared for an outbreak. Next time we're going to talk about supplies you may need in the event of an outbreak, especially in that first wave, because that first wave is crucial. If you can survive that first wave, you increase your chances of surviving the outbreak entirely. So I hope the information today was helpful. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, check us out on social media at Ghouls and Gains. Check out ghoulsandgains.com to find out more about who we are and what we're about. And as always, how will you train for the outbreak?